Welcome to Van Life 365, where we bring you along our travels from white sand beaches to even more tornadoes.
I'm Zach.
I'm Kaylor. Let's get into it.
So, today we're going to be talking about Florida.
Yes.
And it was a very, very fun time. We had a lot of crazy experiences and a lot of memorable experiences. So, let's start with, we came down from
Missouri.
We went through Mississippi, all that jazz, all the way down, and we were on the Panhandle. And the first little place we found was this little place called
Pensacola.
We loved it.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a white sand beach and bright blue clear water, and it was lovely.
The thing is, I think it set our expectations up for Florida to be like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
everything's gonna be like this.
Yeah.
But we got really lucky the first time.
But it was also super gloomy for the first couple days. So like that beach, I was wearing a sweatshirt and pants.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, but it was still beautiful.
It was. I loved it there. The parking was difficult in the RV though.
Yeah.
Remember, we couldn't park in that big parking lot. Well, we weren't supposed to park in that big parking lot. It was only supposed to be for cars. And then we've had to drive down the
kind of like islands that you drive down.
Yeah.
And there was like one stretch of it that we were on, which is like the Pensacola beach. There was only parking, like gravel parking on the sides of the roads. So we had to do that because the big like visitor center area, you couldn't park there even though it was a huge parking lot.
And
it was
no one was there.
No, it was like less than half full. The next place we went to was Tallahassee.
Yes.
And
Goodwill Central.
Also, we had to make it from the top left of Florida down to Fort Lauderdale, like down around the bottom and back up a little, to meet his parents for his birthday. We were already like 10 days into April at this point.
Yeah, we had to do it quick.
Yeah, we had like 10 days or like 12 days to get
Fort Lauderdale is kind of on the bottom a little bit though, so it's not all the way around. But anyway, went to Tallahassee from Pensacola, and
we spent one afternoon there.
Yeah, we went to a lot of Goodwills.
Yeah.
Tell them about the Goodwills, because I didn't go in.
I went to 2 Goodwill outlets and like 3 Goodwills, I think. 2 or 3. The normal Goodwills sucked. The Goodwill outlets, amazing. I will definitely be going to more Goodwill outlets. After Goodwill, we went to a mall and got Chinese food.
Yes.
That was the whole Tallahassee experience.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be bigger being the capital of Florida.
We also did not prep for it.
No.
And maneuvering in an RV is not very easy.
What did we do after that?
We went to Clearwater Beach afterward, which was another beautiful beach. So Clearwater Beach is in like a beautiful town, like very beach vibes, surfer town. Every building is beautiful.
Like if you imagine a regular pier town, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like the whole town centered around the pier.
And we tried going to a cafe to get some work done. Their outlets had no power.
No.
So we went
stupid.
We went to a Starbucks and it was poppin'. It was so busy. And then we went to...
You should tell them where Clearwater is.
It's in Tampa.
Yes. So we went Panhandle, up a little bit because Tallahassee's here, and then we went down. Started going around the coast. That was our plan for Florida, is to do coast.
Yeah.
After Starbucks,
we went to the beach area.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot. There was a little event going on. It was fun. The parking.
We were fine on parking.
Yeah, we got there early. We got there at like 7 a.m. And thank God we got there so early considering like it was super busy like when we left. But we paid for 8 hours of parking for $25. Yeah, it was difficult getting out too.
Yeah, getting out was hard.
Yeah, because apparently in Florida and other states, not only Florida, you don't need to have a license plate on the front of your vehicle. So the sign said you can only pull in, like, and you couldn't back into a spot, and I wanted to back in so I could pull out easier. So we looked at the signs and it said it was literally because they don't have like a plate needs to be visible. And we have plates on both ends of our vehicle because we need to in New York. And
there were also slanted parking spots.
Oh, it was so bad. We barely fit.
Yeah.
But
then we went to the pier and there were sand castle art sculptures.
There was a little event going on. Like on the pier, it was like all local vendors, like artisans.
And then next to it, people were building like a giant lizard, a sand castle. I think there was a mermaid.
Yeah, it was good. It was like amazing. That was a fun little accident. After that, we started making our way to the Keys.
Yes. And also, our generator just magically stopped working.
Oh yeah, we tried to start it, and it turned over once and then stopped. All you could hear is like a very faint, like ding ding ding, like it was trying to start. Like electricity was trying to push. What happened there is we found out that our grounding strap burnt, which basically, if you don't have a full circuit, you can't have a full circuit if you don't have a grounding strap because it's the ground. And we just went to one mobile guy. He told us everything that's wrong, told me how to fix it. Tried to get all of it, but our bolts on our generator were so rusty that we had to, like, I went to take the last one off. It was literally the last one I needed. And I wasn't gonna like take these bolts off and put them back on. I was gonna replace them. The last bolt I tried to get popped off, like the head popped off, so the body was still stuck in. And these bolts are steel, and the casing on the generator is aluminum. So when you try to like drill out of it, it's super hard to get in the bolt instead of the aluminum. So we ended up going to another place.
But we kept traveling with the generator issues and ended up in Venice Beach, Florida. And we found another guy who was able to help Zachary.
Really nice guy. Really nice guy. So he ended up helping us, and we got it grounded, and we were probably in and out for like an hour and a half. And our generator still works today. Our generator got fixed, and when we were actually in Venice Beach was a very nice place. It's a very retirement community, I feel.
Yeah, for the most part.
That was where we saw wild dolphins first. That was the first time we ever saw wild dolphins in Florida.
The dolphins were so cute. There were so many of them. Not that far away.
No.
Like maybe
100 feet.
Yeah. They were so close. Our harvest host brought us there. She was like our little Uber for the day.
Yeah, she was so nice.
And then she brought us to the beach area, and there was a drum circle. So like people were just in a giant circle dancing and chilling.
And every Sunday at sunset time, they go out there and drum, and they play volleyball. It's a very like big community night, and it's actually really awesome.
Yeah.
So we got to experience that firsthand, which was really fun. And then our harvest host picked us up and brought us back.
Then we made our way to the Everglades. We got there and went on a airboat tour. I saw a weird lizard.
Invasive species.
And lots of birds. So we saw a couple alligators when we were on the airboat tour. Then we went to their nature walk area, and we saw even more alligators and a baby alligator and a couple crocodiles. They were so cute. The baby ones.
Yeah, it's Everglades National Park, but it's not managed by a national park.
No,
service.
Like different businesses can set up there, and most of them are like airboat tours.
They're tourist things.
Yeah. And then a couple days later, we discovered there's a second national park in Florida, and it's called Biscayne National Park. And from my research, I'm pretty sure you have to access like 99% of it by boat. And we just went to like the visitor center, and it kind of just felt like a state park.
Yeah. But we didn't get to explore like the magical part of it.
No, we weren't able to get a boat. Anything.
So we went to the center that's closest to it, where you can take like boat tours, you can go scuba dive there. And then we
had Zach's
we went to
birthday.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
We went to Fort Lauderdale and got ready for the Airbnb.
Yep. And Zach turned 21.
Yes, and we talked about that in a podcast.
Yep. So go check out that one. Where did we go after your birthday?
St. Augustine, which is the U.S.'s oldest city.
And it was beautiful.
It was amazing. It was so pretty. The architecture was amazing. I feel like they did it right. Like they took what they're known for and they preserved it and
capitalized on it a lot.
Capitalized on it. Very good. Very fun.
So while we were in St. Augustine, we were walking around doing all the sights and things. And we ended up going on a little food tour. Starting with macaroons. I got a Nutella one. You got blueberry?
Yeah.
And then we went into like the main area and got some pretzels.
No, we went down this like, it's like a market street.
Yeah.
It's a walking street. So we were walking on this market street, and then we ended up finding this pretzel place. So we got pretzels with beer cheese, and it was good. But the cool part about this place was the back yard.
Yeah. Like the back exit
garden
was to a garden. It felt like fairies lived in there.
Yeah, I had a lot of trees, which was cool. That it like hung over a lot of plants, a lot of flowers, and we ate out there.
And then we went and got Dole Whip. We each got pineapple and vanilla swirl.
Yes, the vanilla was so much better than the pineapple.
I was full already, so I only wanted a couple bites. And after that couple bites, I was kind of over it. And he didn't want to share. And then we were walking back to the RV to check on the cats. And the way that we parked was like right along the ocean. And when we were walking, we found dolphins and a sea turtle. The sea turtle was like right under us. Like you look down over the edge and it's right there. And it was amazing. But it was there for like a second and then went away.
It wasn't there long. We also found a lighthouse there. And we climbed the lighthouse. I did not like being near the edge of a lighthouse.
Zach is afraid of heights, which I did not know until
I'm not afraid of heights. Like, I can jump out of a plane. I'm afraid of things like when you're standing on a platform over a very high place. I just don't trust the building or the things supporting me. Like with an airplane, I have to trust the parachute and I can't really worry about it. You know, just gotta trust. I don't know, I feel like something's gonna fall. And it was super windy up there too. We also went to the college.
The St. Augustine College, like Flagler, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It has like corridors.
Like Harry Potter.
Yeah, and the area we went into was their dorms.
Yeah.
Insane for dorms. It was crazy.
I feel like traveling, we've noticed that if we knew about some of these colleges we found out about, we totally would have went to them.
Yeah.
Because they're beautiful or really good communities around them. And where we live, and New York in general, does not really have like
much school spirit
at all. Like we went to Tennessee and everyone was like, you know, wearing orange with the Tennessee Titans, I think they're called. And then Arkansas as well. And like all of them, Missouri, like literally every state we went to had that like school spirit. We do not have that in our hometown. Or like I haven't seen it anywhere in New York. That was really cool because it just shows it just gives like the community something in common. And I think that's lacking here.
Yeah.
So
one of our harvest hosts was wearing a Tennessee shirt and we asked her about it and she didn't even go there. And she was like a couple hours away.
Yeah.
And still repping the school.
Yeah.
New York does not have anything like that. Then after St. Augustine, we went to Jacksonville and we spent the night there for a couple days. Basically the only thing we did in Jacksonville was do like the river walk, which was very short.
And then Urban Grinder.
Oh yes, we went to a coffee shop, and that was literally
the Riverwalk was disappointing.
Yeah.
Because on Google, like we used satellite, and it looked, and there was still like a listing, and it was like a big market area. Like there was this huge building of so many, like stores inside of it.
Yeah.
And we literally get there, and it's all nothing's there. It's a field.
No, it's a field. So.
And we're maybe got taken down, like torn down. But like it was very deceiving. But the urban grind was good.
I did like the vibe of Jacksonville a bit.
I didn't mind it.
It was like a tropical New York.
And then after Jacksonville, which was a low-key New York, we left to go on to our next state, Georgia.
Yep. So Georgia will be a whole different podcast.
We didn't even do a lot in Georgia. We didn't fully explore it yet.
No.
We will go back.
We were there for like a week.
Yeah.
But we did a lot in that week. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Florida?
Florida. I really
not re-saying it. No, I have to re-say it now that you acknowledged it.
I really enjoyed Pensacola, and I think that really set it up for like failure, or like it set the bar here, and Florida did not reach that bar again. Besides St. Augustine.
Okay, yeah.
So St. Augustine and Pensacola were the best parts of Florida, in my opinion.
I agree with that, and I think third was Venice.
Venice was pretty. It wasn't. I feel like you like Venice more than I do.
It's definitely a retirement town, but it gives town like home vibes.
Homey vibes.
And the beach is right there. And it's like a decent beach.
It's not a good beach though.
It's a decent beach.
It's like gravel.
I guess.
The sand wasn't pretty there, like Pensacola.
Yeah.
And Augustine is really close to a beach, like a state park beach. And that was our Florida vibe.
I hope you loved this podcast. If you did, make sure you give us 5 stars. Links to all of our socials and everything are in the description. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Turn on bell notifications. And we'll see you next time. Peace.